according to a new research report by NordPass, the most commonly used password around the globe is, guess what? Well, it is 123456. The second most commonly used password is 1234567889. The third most commonly used password is 11111. Now, all of these passwords can be cracked in under 1 second, and we're putting out a detailed list of India's most hackable passwords and the world's most hackable passwords. In India, these passwords include, again, the digits, the 1, 2, 3, 4, going all the way up to 9, India 1, 2, 3, QWERTY, Krishna, and Om Sai Ram. These are some of the most commonly used passwords in India. Now, this list was compiled from 50 countries in partnership with independent researchers specializing in research of cyber security incidents. Now, I'm sure what you see on your screens will interest you, but 4 TB of data has actually been analyzed to put this list together. And if your password is on that list that we're putting out on our screens, then you're definitely not taking cyber security or cyber theft seriously. At least that's what I've been told, but I'm not the expert. So let's ask the experts what this list essentially means for cyber security and cyber theft. While some of these facts may be interesting, there is a story behind it. Gerald Kasulis of NordPass, the head of business and channel NordSec, joins us. Thanks very much, Gerald, for being with us. And we also have Shweta Chawla, founder and chief investigator, SC Cyber Solutions. Thank you, Shweta, for being with us as well. But Gerald, I want to ask you a question that I was asked. Did you actually go ahead and hack passwords to know that they can be hacked in under 1 second? Take us through the backstory of this list we're putting out on our screens.
It's a great question. Well, the list itself is being compiled by us, but the data is being, obviously, as you rightfully said so as well, being used by independent researchers that specialize in researching cybersecurity incidents. So pretty much this is just compiling the data that's actually available on the dark web also, that people could actually access passwords of other people. And the size of that list was actually enormous, 4 terabytes of data. And as you can imagine how tiny the password is, so you can also have an idea how many passwords have been evaluated.
Well, it does, give us a good sense of how many passwords you've evaluated, because that list actually runs into 200 passwords. We've just put out, some of the top interesting passwords as far as India is concerned, and globally we've put out the top 10. But, it's interesting because it's not just about the interest around the most commonly used passwords. Shweta, this is a worrying list. Given how easily and how quickly a lot of these passwords, a majority of them, can actually be hacked in under 1 second.
True, it's very worrying because most people, in fact, I ran a poll with a few of my associates, and we found that at least 70% of people do not change their passwords for a number of years. Which means that they have passwords like this, which they retain on multiple sites over a period of years, knowing the password can be hacked in something less than a second. And websites also, social media sites, at least the most popular social media email sites, are very particular about their password security. But a lot of the websites don't put restrictions that you need to have a password of a specific length, a specific character pattern, a specific bunch of symbols, numbers put together. So people get away with passwords like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
And we've been seeing that for at least 10 years that I know now.
But Gerald, explain to us, a lot of people believe that I have nothing on my social media that can be incriminating or damaging. So, why go through the hassle of updating and changing my Twitter password or my Facebook password or my Instagram password? What would you say to those people?
Yeah, that's what we come in at NordPass, trying to re-educate people. And we used to be the same, right? Where we try to just have a password. We believe that we don't store sensitive data. And social media, remember, that's only one type of the login platform that we use. But by hackers accessing your passwords, a lot of times we reuse the same passwords, or hacker could potentially get your name from your social media with a password and access your pictures and analyze the data there. And then from there, it could actually escalate. It could go into your banking logins. It could social security number. So social identity theft, it's a huge factor, especially in the US, for instance. And we need to remember that if this did not happen to me yet, I shouldn't be in a position not to make changes and make sure it doesn't happen. So we need to make sure we change the habits accordingly.
Okay. Well, we need to make sure we change habits, and there are also social media sites and intermediaries that ensure that passwords are changed. Shweta, what more needs to be done at that level? You know, do the most popular social networking sites, for instance, do they need to mandate a password change, require a mandatory password change every now and then? How frequently should this happen?
It would be lovely if they could mandate a security change, a password change. It's been something we've been hoping will be implemented every year on end. But it is something that the users are not very happy with. People hate changing passwords. People hate keeping different passwords for different things. The usual logic is, how am I supposed to remember 20 passwords, 30 passwords? And then you want me to change them every 2 months, 2 weeks, 1 month. It's just not possible. And we recommend people use password managers. But ironically, people don't trust password managers. And that is, like I said, it's just ironic. Because the entire point of a password manager, sorry, may I finish?
Yes, please.
Yeah, the entire point of a password manager is to remind you to change your passwords frequently and to help you keep unique passwords.
Okay, so try and use that password manager perhaps. But really, Gerald, what's the hack here? How do you get people to change passwords? Often scare us with, the potential of your password being leaked. What happens if your password is leaked, and why, and how often should one typically be changing passwords?
Great questions. So obviously we touched on a password management solution, and password management solution offers those capabilities for you. So you don't need to think for yourself, analyze, okay, when was the last time I've changed my Facebook password or whatnot. Password manager will be able to analyze the data within your vault where you store all the passwords, and then give you updates. How many weak passwords you have, how many passwords you're reusing, and how old the passwords are, and then give you a notification, for instance, to be just to remind you to change the passwords. So that's a huge benefit of that. And in terms of kind of getting into the password management for users, I think we need to be cautious of the statistics going around the world. We've been compiling this list for 3 years in a row. And the purpose of us actually compiling the list is not to scare people. It's actually to educate and show, look, this is the current environment. It doesn't work. And we want to make sure that everyone understands that, including every country around the globe.
Well, absolutely. And all the fun facts aside, like what both Gerald and Shweta have said, that there are some very serious cyber theft and cyber security implications of your password being leaked. So we hope this conversation has been useful, and thank you both very much for joining us on The Social Network. Well, speaking of cyber security, privacy, Twitter's now got a new privacy policy in place, and some of the features of that policy entail a ban on sharing images, videos of private individuals without their consent. In fact, sharing of private documents like government IDs has also been banned, and Twitter has promised that they will take action against any explicit, abusive content that is shared without consent. This policy, interestingly though, at the moment doesn't apply to public figures or tweets that are used in public interest. Twitter has said that they will remove tweets or permanently suspend repeat offenders. Now, it's not just Twitter. This week, even Meta has put in a new plan to empower and protect women. Meta has launched something called StopNCII.org. This is important, StopNCII.org. You can log on to that website. And this is also done in a bid to curb sharing images without consent. Now, this Stop NCII website allows users to search and remove unauthorized images. The website generates something which is like a unique hash value, or a code, you can say, on your device, which ensures that an image never leaves your device. This is currently available in 11 Indian languages. So these are the two new features that have been introduced by Twitter and Meta this week. That's all the time we have on the social network.